everyone, I hope you're all well. In this video I'm going to be filming a couple of products that I've just been really enjoying recently. So I thought since I haven't made a video in a while it'd be good to sort of show you what products I'm still using, what I've discovered that's new, and just give you an overview of some things that I'm liking. Okay, so I guess I'll start off with some skincare products that I've really been enjoying using, and I'll start off with the one that stood out the most for me, and that is Embryolisse Le Creme Concentrate. Now this is basically a moisturiser. It's for all skin types. It's really just gentle and I just love it. There's not many moisturisers that I can use straight away and them not break me out. Usually I have to sort of like ease my skin into them and use them like every other day before I use them constantly. But this one has just been absolutely fine on my skin. It just moisturises it really well. I use it before I apply my makeup, sort of as a primer, but I don't really use makeup primers anymore, but I just use this and I just find that my foundation glides over it really nicely, and it's just an amazing product. I picked a couple of these up at IMAX this year, and I think they had a deal on where I think if you bought 2 of these full size ones you got a little half size one as well, and it was £25 or £30 I think. But I'm not sure how much these are normally, but I know that they're really hard to get hold of in the UK. In fact, they're virtually impossible to get hold of if you live in the UK. But you can get this in France and online, I think. So I'll try and find a link to where you can purchase this and put it below, but I'm sure you've heard of it before. It's just an amazing all-round moisturiser and it's just done my skin the world of good, so I really love this. Okay, so fairly recently I've discovered a new little gadget that has pretty much changed my whole cleansing routine, and it's this. Now you may think that it's a Clarisonic, but this is actually not a Clarisonic. It's from a brand called Rhea, and this is the Rhea Soniclens, and it's basically exactly the same as the Clarisonic for a fraction of the price, and I think it's absolutely amazing. I'm not going to go into it too much in this video because I am going to film a separate review on this because I just absolutely love it, and I think there's a lot more that can be said than just in a couple of minutes in this video, so I'd rather do a whole video to this and probably try and do a little demonstration of me using it as well. But this is the Rhea Soniclens and it's just amazing. If anyone's wondering, I actually use this with my Avène Extremely Gentle Cleanser, which looks like this. You can get this in Boots. I think it's about £12 I think. It might be a little bit cheaper than that actually. But I use this, I basically just dampen my face and then I'll put this all over and sort of run this under a hot tap and just go over, and it's just amazing. And it just really gets every little last inch of makeup off, and I just love this little combination together. I don't use this obviously around my eye area because it's a little bit too sort of firm and I like to be quite gentle around my eyes. So I've been using this eye makeup remover from Nivea, and I've virtually used it all up, to be honest. There's about this much left in the bottom, but this is the Daily Essentials Extra Gentle Eye Makeup Remover for all skin types, and I actually use this before I use the Rhea Soniclens. So I'll just put a little bit of this onto 2 cotton wool pads and just hold it over my eyes for a couple of seconds and just let it sort of work in without rubbing it. Just sort of press it over my eyes and my eyelashes and then just sort of let it do its thing really, and then just slide away. And it's just amazing at removing mascara and eyeliner and things like that. I wouldn't say it's completely sting free. I mean, I always put eyeliner in my waterline, and if I'm trying to remove this, I mean, it's not the most gentle eye makeup remover that I've used, but I just find that it really does work, and you can obviously tell that I've enjoyed it because it's virtually run out. So that's sort of like my new little skincare thing. I don't really use this if I'm sort of staying at someone else's house. Like I keep this in its little stand in my bathroom. If I'm staying away, I've been using this other cleanser, which has obviously been well used, and I'm going to talk about that now. So like I said, if I'm staying away, I'll use this on some cotton wool pads, and this is from Number 7, and it's their Beautiful Skin Cleansing Water, which looks like this. And this one's for normal to oily skin. If you really like Bioderma, I've used about 3 bottles of Bioderma over the time of like the past couple of years, and I absolutely love that cleanser, but it's so hard to get hold of. There's a similar situation with the Embryolisse. It's only really sold in France and I think over Europe as well, but unless you buy it online and pay a hell of a lot for shipping, it's pretty hard to get hold of. So this has been like my saviour because I think it's virtually the same as Bioderma, and I just really like it. You can tell obviously I'm almost out of this. They do it in different formulas as well for different skin types, which is really good. So if you have sort of a drier skin or a more oily skin or a more normal sort of skin, then they have different types. So I just really like this cleanser and I definitely recommend it. It does the job and it smells nice too. Okay, so let's move on to some makeup bits and bobs, and first thing I want to talk about are Real Techniques brushes. Now I do have quite a few of these. I think I've got all of them except the, I'm not sure what it's called, the purple collection with the sort of eye brushes. I have all the other kits and the stippling brush, but these brushes are just absolutely amazing. Before I previously used MAC brushes and Sigma brushes, and have a couple of Illamasqua brushes too, and they were sort of the ones that I would reach for on a daily basis, but that's quickly changed and it's become these that I've reached for. Now these are my 3 favourite brushes that I thought I'd show you. You have to excuse that they're a little bit dirty today because I've obviously been using them, but these brushes have just like changed my life. I just love them, and because I'm such a fan of cream products for my face, and all these are sort of tackle on hair and they're not real animal hair basically, it's just so good for applying cream products. So I'll just go over, like I said, the 3 of my favourite ones that I've been using the most often. The first one is the stippling brush, which looks like this. It's basically a flat top duo fibre brush. I really like this for liquid foundation and also cream foundation, just for sort of buffing it in and then you can stipple over to give sort of a really nice airbrushed finish, and I just love this brush. It's really nice and soft. It's not too dense so that it's like firm on your skin, but it's just really nice at buffing in your foundation. The same with this brush actually, and this is the buffing brush. And I either use this for foundation again or powder. And I just really like it. It's amazing for liquid foundation, cream foundation, just sort of patting over any areas of concealing that you want to do. It just puts on your foundation in like seconds. It's amazing, and I just love it. It's basically my new favourite foundation brush. I think this is probably my favourite brush from Real Techniques. And then this one I've also been using. This is the contour brush, and I use this with my Chanel Soleil Tendre Chanel, and it's basically a small sort of tapered contour brush, and it's really nice for just contouring the cheekbones, and also you can use it for highlighter as well, but I mainly use it with my cream bronzer, and it's just really nice at getting into your cheekbones and just buffing it out. So these are my 3 favourites. I'd say my number 1 brush from Real Techniques is probably the buffing brush, but I'm yet to try the eye brushes because I know I'll really like this for concealing. But yeah, that's this. So another product that I'd picked up recently and really been enjoying is this new mascara from L'Oreal, and this is the False Lash Telescopic Infinite Length Effect Fibres. It's basically like a volumizing mascara, and it comes on a plastic brush like this. I'll just come a little bit closer. It's really nice. It's quite sort of bendy, and I just really love this mascara. It gives me really long lashes that do have volume as well, because I know with the regular L'Oreal Telescopic mascara it's quite sort of thin, and it does lengthen but it doesn't give me as much volume as I like. So this is really good because it's kind of like the best of both worlds, and I haven't had any problems with it sort of flaking under my eyes, and it hasn't dried up, and I mean I've had this a couple of weeks, and just a nice mascara. Okay, now I have to talk about my new favourite blusher. Now this one's from MAC, and I haven't been that into MAC recently. I'm really liking Illamasqua, and I think that's sort of overtaken my love of MAC. I was really into keeping on top of all the MAC collections, and I always really liked to get something from like the latest collection, but I just haven't been as into it, and I think it's quite hard to stay on top of all the collection nowadays. But there is one product that I really do like from there, and it's in my blush palette. And it's this blusher just here on the bottom, and this is Salsa Rose. Now, I wasn't going to talk about this because I think it's a Pro product, but I can't remember. But this is what it looks like. It's basically sort of a coral red kind of colour. It's just really nice, and it just gives me sort of a really natural flush on my cheeks. Not one that's sort of obviously pink or obviously bronze. It's just sort of that halfway colour that's really nice, and I've just really been enjoying using this. And I have it on today, and I don't really like wearing it on the apples of my cheeks because I find it looks a little bit too like dolly-fied. So I just kind of wear it on the outer parts of my cheekbones, and you literally need the smallest amount of this because it's so pigmented. But it's just a really nice corally, reddy blusher. So I really like that, and it's matte as well. I think it's matte. And maybe it's like a satin finish. I'm not sure, but it's really nice. Okay, so if you know me, you probably know that I am a little bit obsessed with eyebrows. I just love them. I love doing my eyebrows. It's probably the favourite bit of doing my makeup. And I am a huge, enormous fan of HD Brows, and the HD Brows for Colour palette in particular. I think that palette is absolutely phenomenal, and I use that virtually every day. But recently I've discovered something else that may or may not have taken its place, but I'm still like the HD Brows kind of #1 fan. But this is a product from Illamasqua that I've discovered. I've heard a lot about this, and I don't know why I didn't purchase it sooner, to be honest, because I'm such a big brow fanatic. But these are the Illamasqua brow cakes. We come in a little palette like this, and they actually have a little mirror, which is quite nice, and mine is in the colour Thunder, and basically it's just an eyebrow powder. Now, I like to do my eyebrows with the 266 brush from MAC. I think this is probably my favourite eyebrow brush, and then just a little brow groomer like spoolie. But I just really like this, and the thing that makes it so different from the HD Brows is that you can actually put like a liquid onto this, in particular the Illamasqua sealing gel, and make it into sort of a paste, and they just give you the most like sharp and defined brows, and it's almost like a liquid liner for your eyebrows. So I don't like to use it in the front bit, but I think just for getting the ends like super sharp and just like really defined, it's just amazing. So this is the Illamasqua sealing gel that I use with it, and you get them in a little box like this, and you actually get 2 bottles of the sealing gel. And basically what you do is just on a little pipette, almost like eye drops or something. Basically what I do is I just take the sealing gel, I put 1 drop of this in the corner of the eyebrow cake, and just sort of mix it a tiny bit with my brush just to make it into a little paste, and then just put it on my eyebrows. And it's waterproof with the sealing gel, and I just think it's just amazing, especially for a night out and you want your makeup to really sort of stay in place. I think these two make the perfect combination. So that's my new eyebrow love. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it from this video. There were just sort of a few products that I really wanted to talk to you about that I might not be able to use in tutorials, like the skincare things for example. So I just thought I would update you on what I'm using now. So I really hope you enjoyed the video, and stay tuned for another one coming up, because I'm now going to film the 7 deadly beauty sins tag, because I've been seeing that floating around a lot on YouTube. So I thought I'd give that a go, and until my next video I'll see you all later. Bye!